In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make these graphics so that you can post videos like these that make over 1 million views, 12,000 likes, all through the power of automation using make.com and Placid that will let you change these templates and graphics however you want. I will be making everything from scratch to show you guys the entire process. I'll be making this Google Sheets from scratch. I will be making this make.com integration all from scratch. I'll make the templates that you can make from scratch and giving it to you all for free. Something that I will also be offering in my Avocado digital community, my school community, will be all of the templates, including this make.com blueprint, these templates, and this Google Sheets, totally within this online community. Okay, to get started, I'm going to be showing you how to generate this text using ChatGPT. I will be providing the prompt also in my Avocado digital community. Okay, so here's the prompt. I've generated this prompt using AI as well, which will also be in the community. All that you'll need to change is your niche here. So for this example, I'm going to be using tech startup. Tech startup includes all of this as a prompt. Without further ado, let's enter this into ChatGPT. Okay, so it generated the quotes. It generated in this table format. I'm going to be downloading the table. Next, you'll be going to Google Sheets in order to import that file that we just downloaded. You can replace the spreadsheet. There it is. We're going to rename this to quotes. Next, I'm going to add a few columns. Make a column for graphic created and posted. And I'm going to be inserting a checkbox and copying it, adding it to the entire column. Same here, copy entire column. Now that we have that, we will be creating another sheet. This one we'll call graphics. First column will be file. Next column will be quote. And the next one will be caption. Now that we have the Google Sheets, we're going to be going to make.com, create a new scenario. We're going to start with Google Sheets. We're going to search rows. Enter your Google connection. All you have to do is basically sign in with Google. So once you have your Google connected, you're going to select from My Drive, select the spreadsheet. Let's refresh that. I renamed it. Quotes demo is the one that we're using. Enter the sheet name quotes. We just need A through Z. Contains header, yes. Filter, quotes, exists, and graphic created is, if you go down to the Boolean operators, equal to false. Order by, that doesn't matter, we can leave the rest blank. Let's actually test this real quick. We have our quotes that we have. Let's start with, let's just see if we can get all of these quotes. So go here. Are we missing something? Sometimes you have to click OK, enter it, because make takes a little bit of time to update. We'll run that, and there we go. We have all of these bundles. These are all of the quotes. So if you look at the first one in 2023 and in 2023. Next, we will be using an array aggregator. This one basically takes all those bundles and adds it into array. This will allow us to iterate over that array and for each of those quotes, generate those different graphics. So let's add all of these here. You don't need posted. That's something that I manually enter onto the sheet, but let's go with that. Next, we'll have an iterator. Iterator will go over the array. After that, we're going to go to ChatGPT, OpenAI, and generate a completion from a prompt. You can just generate your OpenAI connection, similar way to Google Sheets, except you need to go to ChatGPT and generate an API key. If you just Google that or click this link, it will show you how to do that. Super easy. Once you do the OpenAI connection, you generate a chat completion. Let's use latest model 4.0. Role, let's use user. And then this is where you're entering the prompt. So I'll fill that in right here. So I generated a prompt, something like this. Obviously, you'd want to create a, maybe a better, more detailed prompt. Also, ideally, you would use something like this to generate a better prompt. This is what I use to generate more detailed and better prompts, also available in my community. So yeah, once you have this, below here is where we're gonna actually enter the quote that it's gonna use to generate that post caption. So you just enter the quote right there. Max tokens, we can leave a 0, and then click OK to there. So that should now generate a caption, social media caption, and we're gonna enter it into the Google Sheet right now. So next, we're going to use Placid, generating a image. So a similar scenario with Placid connection. You have your API token. It's pretty easy. I'll go through the Placid website right now to show you how. Okay, so now we're in Placid. All you have to do is create an account, and we're going to create a new project here. We'll do demo, create a project. So now I'm going to create a template for you guys, similar to this one here. So we hit create template. We can use the feed square. It's good for carousels. Hit create. Next, I add a shape layer. I cover the entire thing, make it the fill black. Okay, we're going to be adding a picture layer. We can upload any profile we want. I'm going to use mine. Okay, there we go. We're going to border radius. We're going to create it, make it a square. So let's do 250 by 250. Increase the border radius. That looks good. Next, we'll have some text. Transpire. Add the color as white. I like this Montserrat black. Yep. And then sizing, make it pretty big. Let's do 50. Let's do, and then the alignment we'll do there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the layer. Going to lower the size quite a bit. Going to do a light version of that. Next will be my Instagram tag handle. So avocode digital digital, just like that. Align it up. There we go. So I'm hard coding these values. Obviously you can change it up. Next we'll be actually adding the quote text here. Whoops, undo that. This is where the text will go. Now all of these elements are dynamic right now. I like to just hard code it. So all of these, so like this picture layer, I'm hard coding as mine. The shape layer dynamic, and that will be dynamic. The only text that is actually dynamic is this one here. So let me make it so it's white. Your text here. Align it up. Text here. Let's make it a bigger size. Let's try 50. Yeah, I like 50. 50 is good. There we go. I like that. We're gonna save that template. Okay, I did have a mistake right here. This demo is only for Studio and it doesn't have the make integration. So I'm gonna recreate this, include this make integration right here, demo 2. So once you have the Placid connection and the template there, we're gonna select the template. Transparency empty. And then this new text layer is the text layer that we created that is the only dynamic one that we had. And we're gonna enter the text. So the text that we're gonna be using is this flow control iterator quotes, and then hit OK. And so that will now generate the captions, generates the images, and now we're gonna be updating our Google Sheet with all the data we have here. So we go to Google Sheets, we add a new row. You go to your Google connection, select all by path, my drive, enter the sheet ID. Now it should show up. If it doesn't, then you can go to the Google Sheet here, and that is ID. But this shows up right here, so we can go to quotes demo. We're going to be updating the graphic sheets, and then this is where we're going to add the image URL for the Placid, and then the quote is the quote that we're using. I like to have it, and then the caption is this result from OpenAI, and then that should create that. And next, so that should add everything to this graphics sheet right here. However, every time we are polling, every time we're running, we're checking this if this graphic has been created or not. And if it's always set to false, it's going to generate multiple of those. So now we need to update, whenever a graphic gets updated, we need to update this checkbox to a true value. So let's do that right now. So we go to Google Sheets, we go to update a row. We're going to choose the sheet that we're using, quotes demo. Enter the sheet name that we're using, so quotes. The row number. The row number will be included right here in the iterator. Row number, yes. And then the graphic created will be entering true here. Hit OK. And now let's auto align this. Now we should have the full system. Let's test it. It should generate all 10 of these. So let's run this. Okay, it's generating the first quote, generating the image. Boom, updated. Now it's going through the second iteration. Okay, as you can see, there's 10 bundles here, which means they went through 10 times, generating 10 different images based on the quotes. It did that in less than 2 minutes. So you can make a lot of these really quickly. As you can see, this graphic created is now checkmarked. If you go to graphics, we now have files. So let's look through one of these. There it is. And there is the quote, and there's my information. This is the quote that we're supplying, and then this is the caption that ChatGPT created for us that we can paste into whatever social media we want. As I mentioned before, this make.com blueprint template will be available, as well as this Google Sheets, and as well as all of the different prompts that I'm using will be available in my school community. Feel free to check that out in the links below. If you thought this was valuable for you and your content creation, feel free to drop a follow, like, subscribe, and check me out in the community.